Notting Hill.
I'm just a girl.
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
It never ends. It doesn't quit. When you watch the movie, it seems like there's just no end in sight. This shit at 10 in the morning, when you went to bed at like 5 or 6, is torture. This shit was hurting.
I would say they hurt as well.
Oh, the saga of Dr. Dolittle continues, Martin. For years, you know, they got that book that came out in 1920, The Voyages of Dr. Dolittle. Hugh Lofting. That was 1920, Martin. Mm-hmm. Ever since then, they's like, you know what, it's one thing to read about the animals talking. Fuck that, these animals are talking. People got to hear this, what these animals have got to say. I believe the first movie was 1967, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Rex Harrison. Rex Harrison. For a lot of people, now you're kind of young out there. Some of you probably don't remember this version right here, which came out in 1967. That's before the Eddie Murphy shit that came out. This one was closer to the book because it took place in that time period. Mm-hmm.
You've never seen anything like it in your life.
There's them crows from Dumbo. I ain't never seen a giraffe talk.
You never seen anything like it in your life.
Filled with adventure, thrills,
racist stereotypes.
Ooga boogas.
Yeah, as we say, you can listen to the animals talk. Needless to say, that did not go over too well, even back then, and definitely not today.
Did it not go over well back then?
No. That movie does not have a good rating, man. No, it does not. They said, you know what? Especially with this bullshit right here.
Yeah.
Goddamn, like you said, these ooga boogas coming from the bushes.
Well, it had a catchy song, so I always knew it from that. And I think they did a cartoon based on it.
Okay. But a lot of people said, you know, that's wrong for what y'all did.
Yeah, there's no bringing that back.
Hell no. Talking about talk to the animals and got these Negroes coming out the grass. Let's see if we can actually rectify this situation. You know, this time what we'll do is to make sure this never happens again, Dr. Dolittle will be a Negro. And he will talk to the other Negro. Now, he will talk. He'll be the one. Eddie Murphy. Now, 1998, they said, yeah, you know what, we are going to actually diversify Dr. Dolittle. And that's when you got Eddie Murphy. You know, he's already in his family phase.
Oh, deep in his family phase.
Deep in his family phase.
And, hey, let's make him a real doctor.
And make him a real doctor that just happens to be able to talk to animals for some reason.
Now what? Ah! Don't fix me. I won't look at another female ever. I swear. Yo, baby.
You know, it got to a point where, like, maybe we don't need to listen to animals talk.
Yeah, they really don't have a lot to say.
They ain't got shit to say. But they said, you know what? Today, with today's technology, we can do wonders. Can we just give it one more time? One more chance. And, you know, this time we're taking it back to the roots. We're going back to the period that the book was set in.
He's British again.
He's British again. He's talking about that old British shit. And now with our technology, we can actually have the animals with their mouths moving, and it'll be more convincing because now all the animals can be CGI. All the animals, and hey, if
I can stop you right there.
Hey, if they're hanging out with this British dude, then sure they have some proper British things to talk about. Sure they'll be refined and have some decent conversation over tea, Martin. Crackers or crumpets or kibble or whatever the animals
Sure, I'm sure they can be very insightful.
Very insightful. I mean, this is a new age. This is a new time. With the technology that we have right now, surely we can give these animals something of significance to say, Martin Thomas. Let's go. Don't look at me like
that. Don't call me Shirley.
Don't look. I ain't looking at you. Let's see. And if there's any time that we need somebody who talks to the animals to help them out, it is now. We need a good message for the animals.
That's right.
We do.
As we're moving towards being a meatless society and thinking of the animals.
Thinking of the animals. Let's go ahead and look at this.
They need to have a voice.
They need to. Who will speak for the animals? Let's go ahead. You watch this trailer, and we'll be back with our review for not Dr. Dolittle, not this time.
Nah.
It's just Dolittle.
What a wonderful world.
Nobody
told me there'd be a dragon.
Funny, nobody told us that shit either.
Yeah.
Megastar Robert Downey Jr. as the title character, Doolittle, along with the all-star voice cast right here. You know, you won't see them, but you have people like Emma Thompson as a parrot, Rami Malek. You got John Cena as a polar bear, Kamal Nanjiani. I don't know. I think he's a rat. I don't know.
No, he's an ostrich.
He's the ostrich. Octavia Spencer, Tom Holland, Craig Robinson, Ralph Fiennes, Selena Gomez, Marion Cotillard. I mean, these animals got some golden throats behind them, man, as far as acting goes. How can this go wrong? It cannot, with all this talent behind it and sticking to what we think is the original vision. Now, let me tell you something. You've heard me talk about how much I hate poachers and how much I hate hunters and big game hunting. And also, you just heard me talk about how much I just love animals. I really do. I love animals, man. I feel for them. And early on in this movie, there was a scene where there was a squirrel. Squirrel was shot, but not killed. And squirrel fell to the ground. And when he fell to the ground, his little heart was beating really fast. You could see the panic and fear in him. And he just looked up at those big watery eyes. And it almost brought a tear to my eye. I mean, I'm not lying. I almost cried when I saw that.
Yeah.
And then they took that squirrel to Dr. Doolittle. And when Dr. Doolittle fixed him up and then that squirrel started talking, I looked over at Martin. I said, they should have killed that motherfucker. they should have killed that motherfucker. They should have let him die. That squirrel never should. If I'd heard that squirrel talk, I would have wrung his little goddamn neck.
Say hello to my little friend.
I hate that squirrel.
That's not in the movie.
It's not in the movie, and it's another thing though that we actually give people something to talk about. I'll say when I get to it, I'll let you know. There's a reason why that's there, but hey, it's not in the movie. But it don't make that squirrel any less annoying.
Say hello to my little friend.
It gets worse. If that bugged you right there, you gonna want to stump that little son of a bitch. Jesus!
When it's your entire cast.
It was too early in the morning for this shit. It was too early.
It's funny how often I don't think that because I go like, hey, we're seeing sort of like a family movie, a kids movie. You know, it's our job. It's no too early in the morning. It's past 10 o'clock. I'm usually up by 6 anyway. With this one, I thought, this is too early for this shit.
It ain't just too early. I remember there was some kids and I almost yelled out, it's too goddamn early for this shit. Too early for it, man. This movie, it's another one of those movies where it not only annoyed me, but it just grated on my nerves.
Yeah.
And it was the same feeling that I got from that Chipmunks movie.
Oh.
Except for that Chipmunks movie, I was hungover. I wasn't hungover for this shit, and it got on my nerves just as bad, if not worse. They spent this bugs the shit out. They spent all this money.
So much money.
So much money. More than what they didn't spend that much money on the Eddie Murphy movies. So whatever. But they spent so much money on this, and these animals ain't got shit to say still after all these years. Because all of them too busy trying to be a comedian.
Yeah.
All of them trying to out-joke each other. All of them trying out their material.
Yeah.
Their shtick.
And each one of them is in their own head doing their own shtick. So none of it is matching with anybody else's.
It's like watching improv.
I was going to say that, but in improv, they do have somebody else on stage that they know they have to at least react to, play off of. None of that's going on here.
This is like watching deaf improv, where
Yes.
I say where they are deaf to each other.
It's as if the new kids, the Gen Z, like with their silent disco, said, "Hey, we're gonna do silent improv." This is where everybody improvs, but they got their own headphones and mic, and they just talk into that, and you just kind of look at what the other person is doing, but you make your own jokes, and then we put it all together.
Yeah, exactly. It's like improv where people don't know what each other's saying, but somebody just points and say, "You go."
Yeah.
You go, and all of them just got their own shit going on that does not connect. This movie is all over the place.
It is all over the place.
This movie is all over the place. And to be fair, for me, it didn't start out that bad. If I can be honest with you, It started out with them going to the sanctuary of Dr. Doolittle, which was cool. You know, it's like it's a little weird place that he's got. And the sanctuary looks fun. You're all for the animals being, protected by this guy. And the other thing that was cool was that I was intrigued with his bond with the animals because he spoke in their language.
Right.
When he's playing chess with a gorilla, he's like, he's doing all that.
Well, one thing they did that I did like was that they showed how with these animals talking, they aren't really talking English.
Yeah.
It's how he's talking to them, and it's the translation.
Yep.
Like once you learn how to do it, this is what you would hear.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this is cool. I like how they set this up.
I did too. I thought it was not only did I like that they showed that, but I like how they transitioned into showing you how he was talking to these animals. It was actually done pretty smooth.
Yeah.
And it was very clear and very easy to understand what they were doing. Like I said, it didn't start out bad when the animals were quiet. It's almost like you look at a baby and like, you know what? Or you look at a toddler like, wow, they're so cute. Until they get up and like, ah! You're like, oh, put that mother down. Put them back to sleep. Take them somewhere. Once they started yapping, all these animals right here, once they started running their mouths, I want to poach every one of these motherfuckers, man. You better be glad animals don't talk. Or at least they don't talk like this. We'd make them all go extinct.
If every polar bear called each other bro,
yeah, exactly.
You gotta go.
Oh, cats would be the first ones to go because they'd be the first ones to say, "Fuck you." what the I said, "Fuck you."
You heard me.
And then they turn their ass up.
Yep.
Ooh, that mother hold me back. You got Dr. Doolittle who is being approached by this little girl who works for the queen. Now, why they didn't send an adult, I don't know, because the queen is sick.
Yeah, and the queen has sent her specifically.
Yeah, they don't explain what this kid's role is or anything, but for some reason, this kid gets sent over to give a message to Dr. Doolittle, played by Robert Downey Jr., to say that, hey, the queen is dying. We don't know what's happening. You're the greatest doctor out there. I know you talk to animals, but, can you talk to this bitch? And
his first response is, man, the queen.
Yeah. Queen, yeah, seriously. She got feathers of fur. What the queen done for me.
He's like, well, she let you keep this house, so if she dies, all your shit.
Radio. Yes.
It begins with extortion.
Yeah, this is where it gets crazy. All right, you know what? I've examined her. The only thing that will help her out, even though I only know about animals.
She did, unless
unless we embark on an adventure to an island. Now, keep in mind, we're going to an island where no human has ever gone before to find this fruit from a tree that will be the only antidote to helping you out. Now, the first question any logical person is going to think, well, if nobody's been to that island, then how do they know that it works?
I could say, because it's in there, but I don't want to give anything away.
Okay. And you know what? Then I'm just not paying attention.
I'm sorry.
He goes to this island with the kid who coincidentally, unless I miss something else, coincidentally has the same power, animal talking powers that he does. Which I know, I know that they explain it, but see that right there, I know what it is. It's dumb. Now I saw that. No, hell no. It's dumb.
No. But God damn it, don't make me. I'm not defending this. I'm merely explaining that he didn't have the power, but by being around them long enough, he learned the language as well.
That was lame. He already had this power kind of, and it just kind of came out.
Perhaps it's one of these things where it's not that hard to learn the language of animals. It's just that nobody ever tries.
I'm not buying that shit. Now, you can sit up here and defend this shit. I know.
Don't tell me I'm not defending it. It's just one of these things where you're saying this. I'm like, no, that's actually not quite true.
I saw it. I don't think they did it well.
Look, you might not buy it, but the explanation is there.
It's there, and to me, it's not done well.
Okay.
I saw it. That I saw clearly. It's not well written. I don't think. I saw it.
It's not, in as much as so much of it is not written well, and it focuses on way too many things to give that the proper attention it needs to be sold.
As I said, not written well. You know? Once they get on with this adventure, once they get on with this story, it's almost like this script was written by someone with ADD that was not on their medication.
Right.
It's all over the place. And it's not that they couldn't tie it together. It could. But the reason why it doesn't is because, again, there's no character or character development, because all these animals are doing their own shit. All these animals are rehearsing their comedy routines.
Yeah. It's supposed to be about the adventure. Or it's supposed to be about Dr. Doolittle getting over his depression. Or it's about some of the animals have emotional disorders that they're trying to work on.
It actually could be good. It could be. This could be just as crazy and all over the place that it wants to be, but as long as you're following your characters, that's good. But when they even come close to a tender moment,
oh yeah,
when they come close to a tender moment in here, it's undermined by a joke, a horrible joke, a joke that falls flat. There's a scene in here with a tiger who's suffering from codependency and abuse, and they just make it a funny thing. Mm-hmm. He's being abandoned, you know. But they make it a joke, and I feel sorry for. Look, I feel weird. I almost feel weird for like wanting this CG non-existent cat to have better help. But you know, I was like,
I was right there with you.
Looking at how this movie is so basic at what it's trying to do. This is cartoon level. When I'm talking about cartoon level, I'm talking about lazy cartoon level.
Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, or some movie that like is cheap and is just meant to make a quick buck off kids, but then they present it as this big epic film with all these A-list stars, and the writing in it is so bad. They are trying not to do anything with what they have here, the material that they have here. And y'all gonna laugh at me, but I'm gonna stand by what I'm saying. This is the kind of movie that'll make you want to go off and defend Cats. Let me tell you why. Cats, now listen to me. Listen to me now, because Cats is a bad movie, man. I love seeing people talk shit about Cats. But one thing Cats did, Cats has artistry, and Cats is something that's inspired. They're trying to do something they feel is art. Now, whether it's good art, that's debatable.
Hey, it was a bold move. Okay, it didn't work, but had it worked, they would have been hailed as geniuses.
There's people who the dancing in this movie.
Yeah.
You say what you will, but the people, the actors are putting, the dancers are doing what they can, except for James fat ass Corden. But all these other, you know, the people who are trained dancers, they're putting their all into it.
Yeah.
The set designers were trying to do something inspired with their design. Costume department, whether you like it or not, they were trying to do something with that. You know, and if nothing else, man, you know, there were people who believed in this. Mm-hmm. People who were trying to do something because they believed in it. And if that don't convince you, then a lot of people are saying, I don't like it, but wow, it's weird. You know,
it's unforgettable.
It's unforgettable.
As opposed to Doolittle.
As opposed to Doolittle, which is very forgettable. It is not, there's nothing inspired going on in here. Mm-hmm. They are just trying to get by on the basics that they can. They took a story and just kept saying silly things to make kids laugh.
Yeah.
You can make this movie at home if you like. What you do is just sit down, turn to the Nature Channel, watch all these animals on the screen, turn the sound down, and just say funny voices over them. Mm. Robert Downey Jr., he's just been eccentric and weird. He ain't really got no role in here.
I mean, all he's doing is having a sort of Scottish accent.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. That's about it.
That's it.
I mean, especially with him, the way he had been promoting this movie and talking about how he was looking forward to it, I was like, were you really? Because I feel like you barely invested in this.
No, you have nothing to do but just be weird. I'll tell you the one person in here who I did actually like was Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He had an interesting look.
Yeah.
He was, he was not Antonio Banderas for this movie. It even felt like his character had an interesting backstory.
Well, again, I don't know what his character is. It's a pirate who runs an island somewhere, so they don't really say who has some history with Dr. Doolittle, but we won't say what it is. But listen, I'm not even saying I like it because of the character. It's just Antonio Banderas is just smooth as man. I mean, that accent, that accent will get you a long way. He has something to do in the movie, as opposed to Michael Sheen. Don't even be a good villain. Just be goofy as. Doolittle, I'll get you. Stupid looking ass. And I'm talking about his character in the movie. I ain't talking about him. Yeah, look at that goddamn painted on goatee and shit. Glued on goatee. Doolittle.
Somebody's pubic hair.
So these aren't characters, man. They're there to be. They're there just to react to the CG. If not react to the CG, just be there to give the CG characters something to do.
And oh my God, is there so much CG?
Oh yeah.
Listen, when you're doing this whole thing with animals where they're all CG, you have to commit on a seriously high level. You gotta go Lion King or Jungle Book, and everything else is awful. You just looking at it, and you go like, okay, you got that right. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, this is all right. No, but this, but also having all CG animals, that really does cut into feeling anything about them. It's like, are they ever really in danger though?
It's not that the animals could have worked, even if they're not the best. They could have worked, but when you don't give them enough of a personality, then the seams start to show. Yep. And let me tell you about these characters, man. They're like, and I know we keep harping on this, but I'm going to show you something just to prove my point. Because if you really want to know what these characters are like, we talked about open mic and improv. How many of y'all had a friend that just joined improv, or they just started doing open mic and they can't shut the fuck up? They always have to be on. They always have to be practicing. They always and no matter what the situation is, no matter how serious, they gotta make a joke.
Yeah.
And you know Joe's dad just died. Well, that means his mom's available. Am I right? Cut your ass off.
Not now, Barry. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, really? Was that offensive? Well, I'm edgy. Shut the fuck. That's what these animals are like. I'm being serious. Let me save you some time. Let me show you a little clip that they put out for promotion. This will be your test to see if you will actually be into this movie or not.
You got the memo, right? Today we're just going to mix things up and reenact some classics.
Okay. We're going to need a bigger shark.
Say hello to my little friend.
That mother. That's my goddamn enemy right there. That squirrel. If that squirrel was real, that would be my nemesis, man. I would hunt him down and I would kill him. I'm just saying, if that bugged the shit out of you right there, that sums up the whole film. That's everything, except you just got an hour and 20 more minutes of that.
Did you notice how when the squirrel first starts talking, he has a shtick?
Yeah, that's why I wanted him dead.
He had a shtick, a whole, I got to get revenge on this kid, and he's speaking out loud his diary, his my captain's log this. And then that shit just went away just so he could just tell jokes.
He just stopped doing that and just started telling jokes. They bomb every time they open their mouths. Every time those goddamn CG lips of beaks start moving, there is no comedy coming out. That shit just falls like a goddamn anvil. You people, it goes on and on. These jokes, these so-called jokes, it never stops.
Notting Hill.
I'm just a girl.
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
It never ends. It doesn't quit. When you watch the movie, it seems like there's just no end in sight. This shit at 10 in the morning, when you went to bed at like 5 or 6, is torture. This shit was hurting. These words, talking animals, they hurt. Every time they said something, I couldn't take this shit.
I would say they hurt as well. Except for the fact that I got to sit next to you. We got to talk about this and laugh at it.
Man, you were the only thing that kept me sane. And Martin had my ass laughing. The moment I got mad, I was like, oh, it was a good thing you said something. I was about to hurt every motherfucker in this room.
Well, because I was feeling it. But then I looked over at you, because normally you're trying to mask your emotions, but you were just sitting there like this, holding your head. And at first I thought, is he tired or hungover? And I realized, nah, it's just this movie is beating him down. And you let out one of your...
And I don't, man, that is so shitty to do. I would tell you that. To just, announce your
yeah.
your
Yeah, I know. Somebody sitting in a movie going...
Yeah.
It's like, stop doing
To
that.
announce your displeasure with something. No, that is rude, man.
Yeah.
And I don't. But sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing.
I realized it escaped from you. You didn't do it consciously.
No, I didn't.
It was just that bad.
But I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you. Y'all been hearing us talk about this, and it is nothing compared to what they finally do at the end of this movie. Right when this shit was already bad, it is nothing. It is nothing compared to how low they sunk at the end. Now, you want to talk about these other Dr. Dolittle movies? I haven't seen the 67 film in a long time, but I remember the Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle, and everybody talks about that. This is lowbrow, it's crass. The movie has a kid sniffing a man's ass.
Nice to meet you.
John! I can't get this motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, he had that look.
What the hell is wrong with your kid? And that has nothing on what this movie did. And this is where I'm on. Sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna spoil it for you. If you don't want it, if you give that much shit about Doolittle, then you Doolittle your ass on out the room. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen here, because you need to hear this. You need to hear this. The movie, the thing that saves the day, because first of all, there's a dragon.
Yeah, they showed you the trailer.
There's a dragon in this movie that don't need a dragon.
This movie is all about saving the animals, the real, albeit CG, animals. But just because they needed something, and dragons are popular.
They needed to sell this movie on something, because of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, all that. Let's throw a dragon in this. Even where? I don't give a f. Just put it in there.
Put a dragon in there.
And when you throw something in that don't need to be in there, you start doing weird shit. And what they did here, at the end of this movie, the day is saved because this dragon is like, I'm about to burn all you motherfuckers up in here. Oh, but I can't do it because these hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a dragon with impacted bowels.
Oh shit! Oh, I haven't been able to take a shit in years. And Dr. Doolittle says, "I'm a doctor. I can help with that." That fool goes over there and starts fisting the anus of this dragon.
Yeah, it ends in a dragon enema.
Enema. It ends with a sex act. He is fisting. Now they don't show it, but that mother is elbow deep.
Elbow deep.
In a dragon's ass. And going at it. You see him too, just pumping. And the dragon's like, oh, yes, right there. Female dragon, by the way, so this is some porn. I ain't gonna tell you right now. There's somebody's gonna watch this movie and jack off to it. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
It's one of those where somebody makes the argument, oh, come on, guys, this is for kids. Suddenly it's not. You can take that off the table.
Now, if there's one good thing I can say about this movie, I would give this movie credit for something. That dragon has a clean ass. That dragon wipes clean.
Oh, right.
That dragon wipes clean. Wasn't no skid marks on not even on Dr. Doolittle's shirt, on his sleeve, nothing on his arm, just clean. Dragon gets a lot of fiber, because he was pulling out all kind of stuff, helmets and shields and everything. Yeah. Wasn't no dragon dingleberries, no shit on it, or anything. That dragon has the cleanest ass of any animal I have ever seen, existing or non-existent.
You could live in its small intestines.
You could. If he kept pulling, he probably would have pulled out a man. I've been in this ass for 3 years. He's pulling a dude out by his beard and shit. Now, if that's the best thing I can say about your movie is that the CG dragon has a clean ass. That's bad.
Yeah, it's and of course you can't do an ass joke without having a fart joke.
I forgot about that.
A long fart joke.
Well,
with hair being blown back and everything.
It sure was. It sure, everybody. What y'all see that trailer? That is a fart.
That's a fart.
Blowing his hair back and blowing animals back.
Almost killed your boy.
Even that squirrel's like, I wish it had. Squirrel like, God damn. You motherfuckers, boy.
It was somebody going, we need something here.
They did it because
you need to read the goddamn book.
Yeah, please. I wish I could get them. It's like, show me in this book right here where there's a dragon. Well, I think it might be right here. Look, where there isn't one in there. Yeah. The f out of here. I guess the only thing that's keeping me from giving this a f you is that it's I can see little kids watching it, but that should never be a real excuse.
It really should.
That's me. You know what that's me doing? That's me calling your kids stupid. Well, it worked for your little dumbass kid. But I get it. Little kids, fine. This is some old bullshit, man. There's a low some old bullshit. This is lazy. This is lazy. Just lazy. That's all I can say.
Come on, man. You make it to where I can't hate it because I'm too busy laughing at you hating it so much.
Man, I hate it, man.
No, it was an awful experience. This isn't Doolittle, it's Doolittle. It's just.
Hey, did you write this movie?
Everybody's gonna ask the same question. You mean to tell me Tony Stark had to die for this shit? Because it is not worth it at all.
Shit.
He should have been playing Iron Man another 10 years.
Even Jesus would look at him and be like, man, you wasted your time.
I hated the gorilla. I hated the ostrich. His whole, oh, Doc, I'm scared, man. Get your big ass up and help. You see everybody else here is pitching in? He care about you being scared. You big punk. It's easy to say, well, it's animals and you guys just don't like this, but we've seen this work. This could have either gone Life of Pi.
Yeah.
And where it would have been more serious, but everything with the animals works, or even better, have gone the Paddington way.
Yeah.
Paddington knew how to pull this off and have a lot of characters, human, animal, whatever, that all had so much personality, a story that flowed and went from one thing to the next logically.
Yeah.
And you got invested in it all. They did 2 movies like that. And this one falls way, way short.
Oh, yeah.
This for everything this could have been, it was none of it. I wasn't sure I would go with it, but you're right. It is some old bullshit.
Can I tell you what crossed me over into some old bullshit?
Tell me.
I forgot to mention this. Hold on.
Because I kept trying to find a reason to give it a low rental, and I couldn't really find one. I was really trying hard, too. I was like, well,
I'm tiptoeing in the territory with this. But I hate it. People listen to me, almost done with the review, but I hate it. I hate it when you have a kid's movie that's badly written. It's badly written for kids, but they try to throw in adult humor that'll go over the kids' heads. But you know what? At this point, the adults ain't giving a fuck, so it ain't working for them either. They don't care, and the joke is bad. There was one joke in here that I'm gonna tell you about, and it almost crossed me over into fuck you territory. First of all, again, maybe my logic is off right here, Martin, because I know you're going to correct me, but why are these, I can understand Dr. Doolittle talking to animals, but why are these animals talking to each other? Why are they understanding each other?
Fair point. Very fair point.
And there was something else, and I can let it slide, but there was one moment that brought that up to a fault. So they need the help of these ants. And they hanging out with this dragonfly, a little sassy-ass dragonfly, and they say, hey, go talk to your boys over there, them ants, and tell them to help us out. Why the is a dragonfly talking to an ant? I don't know. I didn't know they could speak the same language. But hey, this is fantasy. Sure, whatever. I'll let that slide. But then they go and talk to the ants. Now, these ants are just going across in a regular line. They ain't doing anything unusual. They're just doing their job. Dragonfly goes there, hey, guys, my man over here, Doolittle, he needs some help. Can I get you boys to, actually stop for a moment and lend a hand or a leg, whatever I got? And one ant turns around and says, you come to me this day of my daughter's wedding. And ask me for a favor. Like, what the fuck?
The Godfather.
It bring a Godfather reference from an ant? Let me just say, this is not how the species work. I even hate to get this deep with it. It's a worker ant, ain't running things, ain't running shit.
Yeah, a real worker ant would have been like, just trying to do my job.
Hey, man, get the out of here, man. I can't lose this job. But what? Our worker ant pulling the Godfather shit. It's not even an ant in a position. First of all, the species don't even work like that. If you want some shit, go talk to the goddamn queen. That's not the way the shit works. And then second of all, there was no mafia, a mob, a Godfather reference to be had. There was no context for that at all. There was none. None for that joke. And then this is during a period where the Godfather didn't even exist. The f*** is wrong with you? That is terrible writing.
They had other anachronistic jokes in there.
They did.
They would just slip them in. I'd be like, guys, come on, don't.
They did. Yeah, I know.
You gonna make this a period piece or not?
That is one of the worst pieces of writing I've ever seen in cinema. Period. This dragonfly talking to these ants. Let me get the out of here before I give this a you. Because it's terrible.
Come on, man. Some old bullshit is enough.
It is. Marty, like, get off of me. Mother. Somebody talking about poor Robert Downey Jr. F him, man. He was up. Look, he's proud.
Proud
to be. Look at this. This shit is not Robert Downey Jr. material right here.
Jurassic Park.
Put me in the movie or it's Downey for dessert.
Gotcha. He's perfect.
You know,
Ooh.
F you. Robert Downey Jr. doing this shit right here. You know what, man? If this is shit you gonna do, if this is what you got, put that iron suit back on.
Exactly.
Resurrect this dude. Give him, because if it takes him to be Iron Man to keep from doing shit like this, please put that shit back. Please bring him back. I don't care. I don't give a f in the movie. You do that lame shit. Well, Tony Stark had a twin that nobody ever knew about. I don't care.
I'll take it.
Bring him back. He's a clone. I don't care what you do. I just, we can't do this no more. We can't keep doing this. Robert. You can't do this shit, man.